Well, let's get back to our Q&A. Sanjay Rathi on the phone line with us. Sanjay, hi, go ahead.
I am looking for a 4 BHK house in a scheme called Mahagun Meadows that is located in sector 150 Noida. Now, I have been to the site and I find that it is only 0.6 kilometers from the Noida Expressway. The location seems to be good. Now, the thing is, the builder is charging me, as of now, the scheme is yet to start. They are going to charge me about 4,000 rupees per square feet. Okay? And the tentative year of giving possession is 2018. Now, madam, I need to know 3 things. First of all, the track record of the builder. That is Mahagun Builders. Secondly, madam, I need to know whether these prices being charged, 4,000 rupees, this is the rough price per square feet. Is this a reasonable price or not? And thirdly, madam, what are the prospects?
Okay. So we've been recommending projects from Mahagun. Developer reputation seems to be all right. There's nothing negative about it. So far, we've not heard anything very big or negative. What do you think about the project per se?
So you see, the thing is that when we are talking about current times, and we have witnessed that some of the top developers are in serious trouble, and that information and news comes out much later, right? So over the last 2 years, we've always been recommending projects that have taken off. Ideally,
this is at a launch
it's at the launch price. Nothing wrong with the developer. We keep our fingers crossed for every developer that he does well and delivers very well. Sector 150, we think that if you're looking at location, and location is a very important aspect, your budget is good enough for you to be able to afford much better sectors in Noida, which are with good developers, far away in terms of execution, in terms of well ahead into execution. We would stick with our neck out for those kind of projects right now. Having said that, Mahagun is a great developer, nothing wrong with him. They've received a gold rating from IGBC for this project. It's a low density project, so a lot of positives going for this project. Yes, if you are willing to wait out 5-6 years, because invariably construction is going to get delayed. That's been happening with Noida projects all along. Secondly, you are willing to, if you want to go for a larger sized property, because we are recommending you some expensive properties, and that's why your size will get a little compromised, but there'll be much better locations and with less risk involved. So that's the only choice that you really have to make here. So we'll give you our recommendations. If location and size does not, it matters a lot to you, in terms of location matters a lot to you, then go with the other projects. If size matters to you, then you can go ahead with Mahagun, but you'll have to wait for 5 years at least to get your project in hand. 28 projects, total supply 11,180 units, 24 months is the inventory overhang. This is the Noida Expressway Stretch 1 now, starting with sector 44 going up to 131. These are much better located sectors. Please keep in mind that in these sectors also a lot of supply that's coming up and is going to be ready, and there's a lot of supply from the retail investor is going to come into the market. So prices will remain depressed in Noida for some time to come. But the luxury segment over here is trading at 6,700 rupees a square foot. 32% has been the price appreciation over the last 2.5 years, or 12.8% on an annualized basis. For other viewers, Mahagun Meadows, Mahagun India is a developer, sector 150, further away, 4,400 rupees a square foot. If you have a long-term horizon, you can go ahead. 2017 available with the developer. And the 3 recommendations from our side are Edifice by Prateek Buildtech, sector 107, 5,800 rupees a square foot. The project's getting ready in 2016, available with the developer. Orchards by JP Group, sector 131, 6,000 to 6,100 rupees a square foot. 2016 again is the delivery date, available with the developer. And Lotus Boulevard, Spacia by the 3C company, sector 100, 5,800 rupees a square foot. 2015 is the completion year, and this project is available from the resale market.
I think most of these investors who are interested in a new project want to play that quick flip game, isn't it, Sameer? It's get in at the early stage, your commitment and your capital is a low investment, and guess what, if you've got a clear verdict on the government, you could probably see the sentiments improving and may be able to sell. But do you think that looking at the supply we are going to see in the Noida market, that flip will be possible? You get in at 4,000, it's an early stage project, and then hope to at least take it up to 5.5 in a year, and then not pay more than about 25-30% upfront and flip?
Nisha, you know, the way real estate is going to get played out over the next 5 years is very different with respect to the way it happened
in
the last 5 years.
Absolutely.
And it is very important for us to be able to make our consumers and viewers aware that what you have witnessed in the last 5 years is not going to happen in the next 5 for sure. There has been unprecedented amount of supply from 2010 to 2012 that has to get executed, especially in the tier 1 cities, especially in the north, and you're going to see a huge oversupply situation on the completed project side. Now, what impact it will have on the under construction projects is yet to be seen, but it's not going to be a very positive one for sure. We are pretty sure that 50% of all these projects that are getting ready are actually been bought by investors who will be looking at exits, and those exits are not available to them at this point in time.
All right, with that caution, we'd like you to, of course, let you know that you've got to be a very, very high risk taker to get into any early stage project in NCR or actually any of the key markets right now. So if you've got the risk appetite, go ahead, because you could also make big monies. But if you don't have the big risk appetite, then stick with at least construction that you've seen at a reasonable stage, and these are the 3 projects that we recommend. Edifice Prateek Buildtech, there's the Orchard by JP Group, and Lotus Boulevard Especia, the 3C company. JP Group, you okay? I mean, they're terribly slow. Even when you see the building, the finishing is taking forever.
This project was launched in 2011, and we are saying it's going to get completed by 2016. So we're giving it a good 5 to 6 years. That we always give a disclaimer that from the time that we are saying possession is going to be handed over, take another 1.5 years extra.
Okay. That's what you've got to live with. I think it's worth discussing whether real estate still makes a lot of sense to invest in or not. But that's a larger question. Right now, we do have buyers and investors interested. Divya Dhankar on the phone line with us. Divya, hi, go ahead.
Hi, I have a question that I'm looking for residential projects on Dwarka Expressway, and the time frame that I'm looking for is 3 years from now for end use. Now, for me, size is definitely a constraint. I'm looking for 2,500 square feet and above. I have shortlisted 3 projects. One is Chintals Paradiso. The other 2 are Alpha G Gurgaon one in Sector 4 and the Bestec Grand Spa also in New Gurgaon, whereas the Chintals Paradiso is in Sector 109. My query inside my office would be towards the LF City, and that is where I would have to do the up and down. So which project would give me, decision analysis would be for end use at the end of years from now?
Okay. What do you think?
I have a little contrarian view here for what she's really looking for. So if she would like my 2 bits of advice, you know, you're looking at from an end use perspective. The micro markets in which you're looking at, your budget is extremely good. Secondly, that those are not livable areas. The social infrastructure is not there in place at all, and it's going to take 3 to 5 years for the right kind of social infrastructure to come there. So we would, in keeping your requirement in mind, would recommend you far more better sectors, especially say for example golf course extension, where you can draw upon the social infrastructure from Sona Road or Golf Course Road, and there's a lot of activity that's happening over there. So with your kind of budget in mind, clearly we would recommend Golf Course extension, because it's an end use decision also. It's a much safer one. So we would recommend you to stay away from Gurgaon one, although nothing wrong with the developer, nothing wrong with the project, but location from an end use perspective is not correct at this point in time. So we would go and stick with recommended locations on the golf course extension, and that's what we would recommend, starting with sector 58 going up to sector 67A. 13 projects here, 5120 units. This is the mid segment where the weighted average price is touching 7,800 rupees a square foot. The golf course extensions price appreciation has been 48% now over the last 2.5 years and 19% on an annualized basis. Gurgaon one, as we suggested, you could stay away from because of the location. Parkview Spa Next by Bestec Group is a clear winner. You can go in the resale market, you'll get projects between 7,200 to 7,500. This project is absolutely ready, no execution risk, and you're getting it at a very decent price point. 2014 was a completion year, it's a brand new project. Heritage 1 by Conscient Infrastructure, Sector 62, it's 8,000 rupees a square foot, but I'm sure in the micro market, if you go and look for resale deals, it's available in the resale market, you'll probably get a much better deal than this as well. And then we have Uptown by Ario, Uptown, Sector 66, 8,000 rupees a square foot. Again, completion year is this year, 2014, available from the resale market. No need to take any risks. Go for better micro markets. That's what we would recommend you, because your budget allows you to do that.
Absolutely. What about the Alpha G Corp project that she's speaking about?
What we are saying is that it's very far off. Social infrastructure is not in place. It's not going to be really livable. She's looking from an end use perspective. Her budget allows her to be in close proximity to the well-lived-in areas of Gurgaon. So she doesn't need to go that far.
Okay, so here's a quick summary. There's Parkview Spa, Next Best Tech Group, there's Heritage 1, Conscient Infrastructure, and there's Uptown by Ido, and all these projects are going to be almost ready, in fact. Yes. They're very, very close to finishing.
One is already ready.
One is already ready. Okay, so on our second screen, in fact, the question is very close to what we've just been discussing. Which is a better investment option, Dwarka Expressway or Noida Expressway? Now, this is a tricky one, Sameer, isn't it? I like these ones, Dwarka Expressway or Noida Expressway. I do know that when we were discussing a question, I think that was last week, you actually said Dwarka Expressway because it's closer to Delhi. Noida Expressway, at least if you've got a five-year horizon, you will have an expressway, and then you will see a lot of price appreciation. Is that true now?
Well, that was with respect to that question where we were discussing from an investment point of view.
Yeah, even now it's an investment question. What is a better investment
option? Absolutely, 5-year horizon, Dwarka Expressway wins hands down for many reasons. But end use, just for our viewers, Noida Expressway would be better because there's so much more projects that are ready and livable. But from an investment point of view, too much supply on Noida Expressway. Has to be seen how much of it is going to get consumed. Too much ready stock available. Price points will stagnate over there. Dwarka Expressway, still a lot of infrastructure there to come up. Price points now are affordable. Proximity to Delhi, proximity to airport, proximity to Gurgaon, employment generation being the key factor. So that's why it scores over Noida Expressway.
Noida Expressway. But I think Dwarka Expressway, we need to tell our viewers, it has to be bought at the right price. I mean, Dwarka Expressway is trading at 9,000, at 10,000, 11,000, and you've got to make sure even at 5,000. So where on the expressway are you
right
buying?
Micro market, right developer. You have to tick all the check boxes correctly to
otherwise
get money
they'll come
now.
and catch your throat. So it says Manisha Natarajan answers your question. That's the reason why I actually hand it over to you, because I don't want to get caught 5 years from now.
We're happy to stick our neck out as long as people have a 5-year horizon.
5-year horizon and the right price.
Choosing the right project.
Absolutely, and I would go with that. Right price is, I think, a very big question, or is the key to making good money, and also the right developer. And that's the reason why we say watch the show. That's what will bring you the right projects at the right price. Dwarka Expressway over Noida Expressway if you're just an investor, and of course if you're an end user, we would still say buy something in Noida Expressway. Vishal Bora writes in and he says, I want to buy a 3 BHK ready to shift in flat. Budget is 45 lakhs. I'm searching in or near Chitrakoot and also on the Sirsi Road. Please guide me. That's Jaipur. What do we do? I mean, there's some controversies now even around the metro and in Jaipur, and you know, the next leg of it probably getting stalled. This is a market which had a lot of potential, Sameer, didn't really pan out.
So it's not too bad in any case, because the areas where he's looking for,
these are fully settled.
These are settled, no risk as such. We recommend Vaishali Nagar and Sirsi Road. For you, Chitrakoot is a part of Vaishali Nagar, but this is a much better area, Vaishali Nagar as such, with better infrastructure compared to Chitrakoot. So stick to Vaishali Nagar and Sirsi Road. Total projects in Vaishali Nagar 12, Sirsi Road 7. 1180 units in Vaishali Nagar and Sirsi Road is 1350 units. The inventory overhang is 14 months in Vaishali Nagar and Sirsi Road is 8 months. The weighted average price of Vaishali Nagar for the mid segment is 3,500 rupees a square foot and Sirsi is 3,100 rupees a square foot. Price appreciation has been reasonably good, sometimes in some cases better than tier 1 cities, 35 and 36% over the last 2.5 years. or 14%
So
on
Vaishali Nagar has always been your
basis.
favorite market.
Yes, but the price appreciation has been good now, because earlier we used to witness 60% price appreciation in tier 1 and 30-35% in tier 2. Now the gap is narrowing.
Yes, difference is narrowing.
Rangoli Garden 2 by Ashiana Housing is the first recommendation in Vaishali Nagar, 3070 to 3220 rupees a square foot. 2013 is when this project got ready, available still with the developer. Classic Residency by Kotecha Group, Vaishali Nagar, 3500 rupees a square foot. 2013 October is the completion year, available with the developer. And then you have Rosewood Apartments by Upasana Group, Sirsi Road, 3200 rupees a square foot. Got ready in 2013 and available from the resale market.
Quick summary, there's Rangoli Gardens 2, Ashiana Housing, Classic Residency, Kotecha Group, Rosewood Apartments by Upasana Group, and we're talking about Vaishali Nagar, Jaipur.